All right, it's the rundown. March 10th, Portnoy out. Rone is in. Talk to him, Rone, baby.
For the 4th year in a row, Bud Light Busters is back, and it is the official way to kick off March Madness at Barstool HQ. This year is bigger and better than ever. If your team advances to the Sweet 16, you get $1,000 cash and a year's supply of Bud Light Seltzer and $1,000 more for each additional win. So make sure you are using hashtag Bud Light Busters. We'll be drafting after Selection Sunday at Barstool HQ. As a reminder, the order is random. You select an underdog, a team seeded 9 through 16, and you pray for upsets to win cash and a shit ton of Bud Light Seltzer. Follow along with the conversation with hashtag Bud Light Busters.
All right, let's get into it. Everything here is basically some variation of coronavirus, which I can't tell if people are getting like coronavirus fatigue as far as the content goes, but it's kind of impossible to avoid. So, I mean, we're talking about the tournament. It's already affected that. So the Ivy League canceled their conference tournament, so Yale's automatically in.
Who cares?
But there's also, it now sounds like the first 4 in are going to be spectatorless.
I care.
And I said to Dan, I mean, at what point do you start to get worried about them maybe
I'm
pushing
worried.
back, rescheduling, canceling, shortening?
Canceling?
Okay.
What if they're just like, you know what, it's
As I
32.
said,
Canceling?
We're doing 32 this year because we got to get this shit over with. What about that?
They can't do that. They can't do that.
The economic implications.
I wouldn't have said that they cancel school and shut down this and that. We're doing that.
If they cancel March Madness, now I'm talking about cancel it. I'm not talking about like I'll begrudgingly, I'll be upset if it goes spectatorless because I think the crowds are very important when it comes to March Madness.
Huge.
But I will obviously still watch, enjoy, whatever, bet, everything. If they cancel it, outright cancel it, I want coronavirus. I will electively take coronavirus because at that point, there's no reason
To live.
to be healthy.
To survive.
There's nothing. There's
Like-
nothing. I will go. I will get. What's the going rate now? It's like $5,000.
Yeah.
I'll go
$4,500,
get the $4,500 to get injected with coronavirus because I do
Doesn't-
not want to live on this earth.
Doesn't that feel contradictory that we're shutting down the whole world, but that the going rate to get it is only $4,500?
That it
You
should
would
be a
think
little bit
the
higher.
reaction
Good
would
point,
warrant that
Kevin.
it should be like a $500,000
Good point.
bounty, you know?
So it's a little
If
bit
it's
low.
only worth $4,500, then it doesn't mean then it's not dangerous enough to be canceling and changing March Madness.
But I thought Italy,
The whole country shut down.
no more soccer games even? They can't even play
No more
soccer,
nothing.
spectatorless soccer
They
games?
started spectatorless, and then they just said, fuck it,
No
all
dishes, no
sports,
nothing.
And then they just said, the whole goddamn country is canceled, you can't come out of your house.
I think if we went spectatorless, I think it would give a nice flavor to March
No.
Madness.
No.
Think
Imagine
about
No.
think about the
No.
live streams. How many people would
No.
want to watch a
That's
live
true.
stream?
That would be good for
the
business
live
for you.
streams we would be the only ones
No, 'cause you
reacting
would
to anything. We
Okay,
would
yeah,
corner
yeah,
the reaction
yes,
market.
yes.
We'd be the only people watching
Yes.
sports.
When there's blood in the streets, that's the time to buy, man. This is where we thrive. You
Yes.
know what I mean? When the bad
Pounds.
shit happens, Barstool steps up. We could
Right.
be doing our own streams. We could be recreating. We could be doing highlights without rights, making the crowd for them.
Yeah, superimpose a
Oh, no, you know
crowd.
what? think about
Even
this.
Just the tension
This
of a
bums me
silent
out.
gym.
This
Can
bums me
Can
out.
you imagine?
No.
Like, there's 2
No.
seconds on the clock.
No.
You get to run one play, and there's nothing. There's no noise. All you hear is the sneakers
I won't know
squeaking,
how to-
and you hear Dan crying. It would be unbelievable.
No, I'll be coughing because I'll have coronavirus.
coronavirus.
Well, no, that's only if they cancel it. If they cancel it, I'm a man of my word. I will get coronavirus.
Injection, pill form, you gonna lick something or
Cough in my mouth. I don't know.
I mean,
just have someone cough in your mouth?
go get Nate.
If they cancel
kiss
March
Nate.
Madness, there is no
Well, all right, what
there's
about
no
this?
reason for me to be here.
I mean, March
On
Madness
Earth.
is basically a yearly reason for a lot of people to live. Like, I just
Right.
got to make it to next March.
Right.
What if they say, maybe this could be a crazy thing. What if they were like, we got to postpone it, right? What if all of a sudden June has hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs,
Great.
and March Madness?
I won't get coronavirus. I will if they postpone it, but they give me a firm date and they're like, "This is when it's happening." That's fine. I'll rewire my brain to be like, "I'm ready for this."
What are the basketball players going to do for 3 months? Just get fat?
Well, even how about this? They're canceling.
Yeah, talk about rust.
Some
rusty.
high school, I think in New York, canceled their state championship. What if you're a senior? What if it was your last year? You made it to the state championship.
But okay, and did they cancel school? If they
I'm
don't
not sure.
cancel school, but they cancel the championship,
bullshit,
that's
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I think there'd probably be a level of if they cancel school and you don't have to go to school anymore, but you don't get to play in the tournament, that's
a wash?
That's a wash. If they make you go to
state
school,
championship though, man, that's
No,
some,
of
like forever
course.
type shit.
but you could also like in 20 years you could just be like that's kind of a story. Like
Yeah.
who won that year?
You could
Right,
always
right.
We
claim
might
it.
have, but
You could just
coronavirus.
claim it.
Coronavirus won that year.
Yeah, you know what? I would hope those 2 teams or whoever like the 2 best teams in that conference are or whatever, they just like play their own game.
Yeah, play
a
like pickup game,
for,
yeah.
for all the marbles.
For all the
Speaking
marbles.
of closing schools, Harvard shut down, Syracuse shut
What
down.
is going on?
Harvard said you have 5 days to get the fuck out of here,
Am I?
which is hard, by the way. Like if you had to I don't know, if you're from India and you went to Harvard because it's such a great institution, now you have to get back home.
Imagine if you were from Italy.
Yeah, you can't go home.
What do you
if you're
mean,
from
get out
Italy.
of here? You can't be on
They
campus?
are,
Scram.
like they are like get the fuck
Get out.
You just can't have. What if your like house is right next to campus or something like that?
They
You just
literally
can't
bringing
stay at your
old
house?
men
Which is
in to
funny,
yell
too,
them
though.
off the lawn.
Sorry.
Get
so
out
they-
of here.
I guess somebody said the harm with schools is that, first of all, dorms and shit are gross anyway. Like,
Right.
forget about coronavirus. You're getting the athlete's foot and diseases and shit.
Yeah.
And then everyone
MRSAs.
goes home to their grandparents and their old family members and die. But doesn't
Spreads
this
it.
sound like if you were shutting it down, that's what you're forcing them to do?
Why doesn't everyone just
Stay in school.
Why doesn't everyone
Stay
just
inside.
stay inside for
Well, that's the
5
quarantine.
days?
I thought
That's
that the youth, I thought that college-age students are the most immune to this disease. That
Probably,
you
yeah.
have the most
No,
antibodies.
might- but see, you
no,
might carry it,
opposite.
Oh.
No, because they all have mono and shit and other stuff.
And they can beat it. They've been fighting mono.
It's true, they
they've
did
been-
beat mono.
They've been beating
They
mono
got
their
chlamydia
entire
and
life.
shit, whatever.
Exactly. They've been fighting,
don't
but
know
they're
what to
probably
do.
on an antibiotic cycle already. That's just going to get the
I got
coronavirus
this
out
Brandon.
back
there.
for my last thing. So.
Question for you: if they cancel March Madness, what will you do?
I'll burn this country to the fucking ground.
Okay, there you go. That's a
country?
little
I
bit
will
more.
burn this entire country to the
I
goddamn
said
ground.
I'll willingly
Jesus
get
Christ, Brandon.
coronavirus.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I'll get it with you.
We'll do a whole fucking live stream.
The only sporting event I care about on this side of the calendar is March Madness.
Jesus Christ.
And they're going to take it away from
Wait,
me.
isn't
They're not gonna take
wait,
it away.
What do you mean this side of the calendar?
What about World Series? What about
Like in 2020?
Cup? What about?
In spring, this is the only
Spring,
this
got
is
it.
the
Yeah,
only
no, you're
sporting event
right,
I care
you're
about.
right, you're right
They can
about
take the
that.
Masters, they can take the US Open,
Yeah.
they can take the horse races.
It's true.
Leave
Which
this.
is
He's
another-
right about that.
Frankie was just saying they moved the PGA Championship from San Francisco. He's worried about it. Oh, they're thinking about it.
I think that's the smart way where like they just have to say we're thinking about it, then you get covered.
Golf is, you're outside. You're not in an arena. I feel like if there's
Like
one
San
sport that
Francisco
they
is
can
a
keep
crazy
doing,
hub
yeah.
right now. They got that cruise ship out there.
Right.
They
San
don't-
Francisco probably not.
And that's where the
but-
PGA Championship is. So
I know. So, but as far as canceling things, you're outside in golf. It's not like you're
Do you think that
touching
if-
much. It's
Like as someone who just storm chased and was in the eye of a storm in a college
by the way,
stadium.
You're in
you
many
Thank you for your
colleges.
service.
But I think that we might have, if we got that Rona, I think we're super spreaders. Like
Oh,
we
you
were in
guys-
contact with thousands
Yeah,
of people
yeah.
in
Yeah,
stadiums.
true.
Like if we could get through that stadium tour, then any college athlete in the United States can get through any kind of
But like,
stadium tour.
if it turns out that you have coronavirus, you might get arrested again.
Yeah, for
'Cause you're,
the
like,
amount of people
willy-nilly spreading it around.
with whom we were in contact
Yeah.
with, like just
That poor professor might be dead. Who knows?
that poor guy. Yeah.
He's probably still standing there right now, actually.
We did spit in his mouth. I forgot about that.
Did you
Yo, he
see-
might actually sue you.
I know. He blurred his eyes
As
out.
far as the complete overreaction goes, you see these guys in India bathing in cow shit.
What?
To prevent the
This
coronavirus.
is the end of time.
Those
This is
guys
the
are
end
going
of
to end up
time.
causing a
This is
real
the end of time.
plague.
They
They're
were
going
like
to carry all
cosplaying.
sorts of real diseases because they're bathing in shit.
They were dunking each other. They were dunking each other's
I
heads
can't do
Play
this.
underneath.
Marco
I can't
Polo.
do this. I can't do this. This is the end of times.
And there was that news
This is
bit
the end of
of
times,
the,
Dave. Dave, are you going to do it with me? If they cancel March Madness, will you get
Well,
coronavirus?
no. I just want to say something because I just got off my pod and a man in Bergen County died first one
60-something.
coronavirus. And the state of New Jersey, here it is, the tweet from New Jersey Gov. It's like it's like the state, the
Chris
government.
Christie.
Breaking. First corona-related death report in New Jersey is a male in his 60s from Bergen County, RIP. The governor. The Lieutenant Governor and I are sad to report first death of corona. Our prayers with the family during a difficult time. We remain vigilant, doing all we can across all levels of government. Fine. All right. That's all they say. You Google it. In
He
the
also
first
had
thing,
cancer.
a Bergen County man with several underlying medical conditions, including emphysema, diabetes, and hypertension. Like, NewJersey.com should be thrown in prison. Like, how do you mention the
They're-
guy? Oh,
they're
by the
calling
way,
it hysteria.
the guy was just waiting for like a cold wind to kill him.
Yeah.
I have a stat that's going to blow your
I
mind.
don't
This
wanna
is-
s- I don't want to say
it-
where my
you know
my
MRSA?
mind has gone, but
This
I'm
is
nervous
it's like
for a
it's
friend in New
they're
Jersey.
just trying to create this is a conspiracy.
700,000 people a year from MRSA and MRSA-related things
Die or have?
Shiana.
die.
Whoop!
What's
Die.
MRSA?
The
Exactly.
Shiano disease.
Like a,
Well,
Remember
that's
when
what
they
I'm
had it
saying.
in
The
Tampa?
flu. If this guy caught the flu, he's donezo.
What do we do? I want to
How
say
does
this.
New
I wanna
Jersey?
say this-
Hey, stay calm. The guy was super sick.
I want to say this in a
Just ask
appropriate
him,
way,
just
but
ask him.
now
I think that's the point, though, is that
Well,
that's
now
why
we
old people die,
have-
because this is what puts them
we're
over the edge,
compromised, Dave.
Like they have
Well,
something.
maybe.
Yeah.
But what about our friend in New Jersey who might not be in tip-top shape?
The tank is quarantined,
Quarantined.
but then he goes to the courts, where that can't be good.
Well, it's morning.
I'm nervous for the tank. That's all I'm going to say.
Tank should quarantine himself and only
Tank
get the
should
pizza delivered
quarantine
through the slot,
himself.
and that's
Tank should quarantine
The
himself.
tank should be very worried. The tank should be
quarantine.
very scared.
Tank,
But you know what?
Quarantine yourself, Tank. Take care of yourself.
I will
Seriously.
be the first one. If, God forbid, this is how Tank's story ends, I won't point the finger at Corona.
No, it's everything else.
you're a big man. You're a
What do
big
you
man.
mean?
Like, I'm not going to be like, oh my God,
He'll
Corona
appreciate
got
that.
the tank.
He will appreciate that.
The tank
I
got
just
the
want
tank.
the tank to be safe. The tank needs to be
The
safe.
tank tanked
The
himself.
tank can't.
It's
we
Jim
can't
McMahon.
Lose the tank. Brett screwed Brett.
Brett screwed Brett. The tank screwed the tank.
Damn. Fuck.
He wouldn't want to be a martyr. He doesn't
I really
want to be the.
like. I really do. Like. It hasn't touched me until this moment.
It's
I'm
hitting.
like,
It's hitting,
I know someone in New Jersey who might not be in prime shape.
to say the least. That might be an understatement.
Abe can just come over, take care of him. He'll be fine.
What's his neighbor?
Ralph.
What's his-
Ralph,
Ralph.
Ralph and Abe will get together and they'll take care of.
Ralph. Ralph is so crazy that Tank says like, "Hey, that guy Ralph's
Yeah.
crazy."
Hey guys, my
That's
friend
when
Ralph.
you know you're fucking nuts.
Watch out
He's
for
like, he's a
him.
real sports nut. Like, Frank, did you just say that about that?
I legit, Frank, Tank, if you're watching,
Be safe. Quarantine.
stay safe.
Frankie
Stay
quarantine.
safe. Purell.
Wash your
Wash your
hands.
hands.
Order
Stay
through the
inside
slot.
tank
Serious
mobile,
now.
Stay to the tank house and just
This
Cook
is
for
finally
yourself.
has hit
eat the
home
hot
for me.
dogs.
Get your toilet paper.
Done. God, you must eat a
careful.
lot of toilet paper.
So, all right, let's.
Second half of the rundown is brought to you by Movement. It's time to join the movement. Get yourself a nice watch. Get yourself some new sunglasses for the summer. They've got all the accessories you need to make sure your fit is popping off for this season. They've got the watches in leather and metal, light colors, dark colors, black, white, different faces, different bands, different materials. They've got the matching sunglasses with the lenses and the frames, different sizes for men, for women, of all ages, all affordable. Watches start at just $95, go up to only $130. Sunglasses are like $60, like under $100. So you can get yourself a couple pairs. That way, when you break them or lose them, because that's inevitable, you're covered all season long. Go to mvmt.com/rundown. Get 15% off your order, plus free shipping and free returns if you want to swap anything out. Get both. Get a couple pairs and a match watch to match it. mvmt.com/rundown. Ben Affleck is dating Ana De Armas, the chick from Knives Out, who's an absolute rocket. And did you know that Ben Affleck speaks Spanish?
I've seen him do it before. I've seen him pull it out.
Espanol?
Yeah, like really well too. Like as far as like a white guy goes, at least he was on. There's a clip of him like recirculating on like a Telemundo type thing, and he just goes on and does the whole interview in Spanish. Probably all along con to land a chick like this. She is fucking unbelievable.
'Cause you
How's
saw
that
what-
for Ben?
Yeah, huge for Ben.
Especially when you land a hot chick when you got that bad tattoo on your back. Remember that thing?
Yeah, and he's got he's got some baggage going
Yeah, that's
around.
why I saw Jerry's title to the blog was like, this is like, he continues to live like the perfect charmed life. I feel like he had like a little bit of
it's
a
a
dip
redemption
there.
story.
It's
More than a little
redemption.
bit.
Yeah.
Pretty
He
sure his-
just a minute ago was saying how like losing Jennifer Garner was the worst thing.
He
in his
like
life.
ruined his whole family, and I think he's had battled substance abuse
Yeah, he's,
like
in and out
pretty
of rehab.
severely.
So
Maybe
this is
that
a
was
bounce back.
Maybe that was a
Just the
sarcastic
charmed
title? I don't
life.
know.
No, the way he went through everything that happened, he went through it in the blog. Like,
What did
don't
he
you gotta
do?
be
He's
Batman.
also-
He just skipped. He was like Goodwill Hunting. The Patriots
Ana De
won the
Armas.
Super Bowl. Ana De Armas.
I mean, he has
we
a-
skipped
really
over
was
like
what he was
15
talking
years,
about.
dude.
Got a lot of great shit on the resume too, but certainly had some downs as well. That's a guy who I feel like we should get in here. I'm surprised he hasn't been through here yet. He's
Yeah,
a big
I
star,
don't-
but I feel like he would fit in really well.
I think.
Ben, come on over, bud.
Well, here's the thing. I think that as big as we've gotten, there still is a upper echelon
Yeah.
of A-list that like
Well, they just don't do anything like that. You know
they
what I mean?
never would do anything like
Right.
that.
Somebody said to me, "When are you gonna get Larry David on the podcast?" I was like, "Bro, that
Would
be
love
nice.
to.
I mean,
That would be nice.
Of course, that's not happening. I don't think that's happening. Is that happening? You think Larry David's attainable?
I
It could
remember
happen.
we had
Think so?
we had
Everybody's
We had
attainable.
Carissa Thompson on,
He
and
did SAY?
He was talking about Capo Caco on he's doing like Rangers.
I could see. I think certain guys like that, when you appeal to them doing like just sports, they're like, yeah, okay, let me do it. I don't know. I just there are certain guys in my mind that
I
feel
thought he was a Mets guy. Is that a Mets
no,
guy?
I would say
He's a
he's
huge
unattainable.
Jets guy, too.
Like
That's
Jerry
what-
Seinfeld.
Jets.
That's why
unattainable.
someone was saying it. Like
Yeah.
he wrote a whole episode about this guy killing himself because he's a Jets fan, which is like right up my alley. And everyone was like, you got to talk to him about it on your show. And I was like, I mean, I'd love to, but maybe I'm always pessimistic. I'm always like, oh, we're not big enough for that. When I guess we're big enough. for
No,
anything,
but I don't. We had Carissa Thompson on once, and we had her call Larry David, and it was Skype, and she just muted us. She's like, "There's no chance I'm letting you guys talk to Larry David, even yelling,
Right,
like over
right.
the phone.
Yeah,
like
no
chance.
not risking that.
Yeah, absolutely not. So I don't know. I mean,
But I feel
Kerr,
like
by the
Ben
way,
would, you know,
this
drink a
season
beer and hang out.
I'm coming back around on it.
Is it good?
Yeah,
I only saw the
it's-
Jets episode.
It was started way too Kirby, but this last 2 episodes was like
Toned down. Like,
yeah,
perfect
and
amount.
also like John Hamm is like there's a whole storyline of John Hamm is shadowing Larry to play Larry, and he starts to become Larry. It's very funny. It's very funny.
Last thing really here. This is just a fucking awesome video of a guy doing a seesaw with an elephant.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got this elephant trained like he's a puppy, and he's doing gigantic backflips and seesaw shit. It's wild.
I always see like videos like this. I'm like, we will read a story in a year. Like, guy gets trampled by his pet elephant.
1000%.
Like, that's always what happens.
But those-
Siegfried and Roy.
Those guys, I feel like want to go out that way.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
not like Siegfried and Roy getting like mauled to death.
Well,
as
yeah,
they much.
Roy. I mean, the tiger like should have just gone all the way. Kind of fucked him up.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
If you're gonna maim me, fucking kill me.
But
was
I
wondering-
also don't feel bad when that happens. Like
No,
you are just trying to tame a wild animal that doesn't want to be tamed, doesn't want to be a household pet. Eventually, that thing is going to flip out.
What if cows were just cool with us killing and eating them though? What if they were just bros and they were just all right with it, and they just didn't have like a? They're just like, okay, just
ultimate team
let me live
players?
like a life, and then I'll just be all right with you killing me or just you eating me. Like
You think like a cow, like when one of the cows gets let off, they're like, hey, like Teddy, good job, dude. Today's your
you got the
day.
call up. You got the call
yeah,
up the
like,
bigs.
yeah, dude.
Exactly.
You've been working. You've been eating.
Oh,
you've been
that's
keeping your
sad.
diet tight
That's
for
sad
this,
to think
bro.
about, man.
what that they no like what if they're cool with it?
I
Like
know,
it's
but
sad
they're
to think about
probably
it the
not.
other way.
No, they could be.
Yeah, it's sad to think about it the other way because that's probably reality, dude.
The big
They probably just
thing,
don't know
the
it.
big
They don't
thing
like
when
dying.
people are like pigs
Yeah,
are the
they-
smartest animals out there, that makes me feel a little bad.
That pig that was running super fast the other day,
Yeah,
like
that
I
makes
don't want to think about eating
Hedgehog.
Those things, yeah.
That. You know what I learned
Chickens are
today?
just whatever.
Cow tipping, not a real thing.
What do you mean?
Cows don't sleep standing up, and you can't like the whole thing is you go find them when they're sleeping and knock them over and they can't.
When
get
I
up.
was a little-
cows sleep laying down.
Yeah.
They can lay down and get up like no problem.
When I was a
All
little
admit.
kid, I think it was partly because of Tommy Boy, but I always
Yeah.
thought if a horse ever sat down, they just died.
They die, and it's just like horses can sit down and lay down and stand back up, no problem.
Yeah. I was
Fuck.
like, just don't let that horse sit down.
Cow tipping went on a long time without anybody checking it.
I think it's just a totally made up thing.
Yeah. But it's
nobody-
actually kind of believable. Like I said, like the horse thing, I thought like if a horse fell during a race, like that's why they killed
Yeah,
him.
right. Break
Well,
your
I
leg.
know it's 'cause
like if
they
a horse
broke
breaks his
all
leg,
their
it's
bones.
done.
Yeah. That actually is true.
If you just break one leg, you're done. They kill you.
I don't know about one leg, but yeah, if you break
Probably.
a couple, you're fucking done.
It's a wrap.
I've said that.
I feel like that's it for me too. If I ever break both my legs, just kill me.
Yeah. It,
No horse crutches.
Oh, it was during last year's NBA Finals when the Raptors fans were cheering when Kevin Durant got hurt.
Yeah.
And I reminisced that at University of Wisconsin, when a player got hurt on the opposing team, fans would chant, "Shoot him like a horse." So
The good old days.
Yeah.
Before people got too soft.
before fucking
Give 'em
PC culture,
coronavirus.
bro.
No, the college kids are still saying
Yeah,
West
I know.
Virginia. They were saying some crazy shit to these referees.
It's like it's almost like a social pack. Like, hey, if you're in college, you can just say fucked up
whatever
shit
you
in a
want.
game,
Yeah.
and people
Slurs,
won't get
fuck it,
mad. It's
whatever.
really bad.
Was.
Yeah. Yeah, I cringe when I look back at that. But you know, hey, I
Hey,
got swept up in the times.
what a run!
And then
not
I was
who
at
I
the game
was
that
9
Joe
years
Pa
ago.
got hurt, and they really went shoot him like a horse
I mean,
because he actually was of the age.
might have
where,
saved some kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
You
Don't
know,
feel bad about
Probably
that
the
one.
best. Yeah.
probably a couple kids that would
Probably
have.
the best.
Yeah.
He
all
got
right,
smoked.
That is the
Like
rundown.
smoke on the sideline. I was
Yeah.
sitting right in front of it too.
Dude, that was like
Broke his leg.
yeah, I was
Same
gonna say
season when
almost
he shit
amputation
himself, right?
period.
Yeah, it might have been.
Territory.
Yeah, he had that run where it was just like, what's.
How are you like now that you're free again, when you're out on the outside again? You feel like you're acclimating back to life?
No,
You're
we
like
have court.
Shawshank, you know?
We have
Well,
like multiple court dates.
You want to say what?
Well, they have lesser charges than I do, so
that's right,
No,
'cause
they
you're
have
snitch.
more charges.
yeah.
you're
They,
snitch.
or I have
You
lesser
fucking
charges
turn
than they
state
do.
like that, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, what am
Caleb's
I
like,
gonna
gotta
go
go to
down
court
with those
tomorrow.
fucking idiots? They're my patsies. They're my fall guys.
Caleb's gotta
Could
go
you
to
imagine
walks
getting
off.
arrested and not snitching and just taking a fucking bait?
Like,
Get
yeah, I'll
outta
take
here,
all
you
the
nuts.
charges. I'll take double the fines, please. Like, fucking idiots.
And your
them.
mugshot
was
too,
them.
like, was a snitch mugshot.
Oh yeah.
Like, I
You're
did
like,
it.
I'm the guy
I'm
who's talking.
skating outta here.
I
Yeah.
snitch.
I'm gonna skip right back home.
Best friends with these cops. I have the cops' business card. We're about to have some coffee when I go up for my court date. It's gonna be beautiful.
Rone
you
the
wanna
rat.
know.
Rone the rat is.
I mean, when you own it, it changes it. You've really kind of changed the culture
I mean,
of snitching.
He just made it
culture
cool.
Right.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, come on, you snitch, and then when you called them your patsies, I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're patsies.
It's gaming the system.
Definitely should
Exactly.
snitch.
I'm running
It's
the
your
show.
fault for not getting there 1st.
I'm the
Let's
puppet master.
Start snitching 2020.
What are we
Let's
talking
go.
about? Yeah.
You did get out before them, right?
Everything. I won. That's how that
did
works.
you do that?
I'm just a good snitch.
So
I know what to
we're
say to who.
Listen, fellas, grab me a cream soda and I'll tell you
Exactly.
everything.
Just bring me a ham sandwich and I'll sing.